Hey guys, Sara here. Welcome back to my channel. Different type of video today, one I haven't done in a really long time, but it's going to be a journal with me as I set up my monthly overview. So I am using the Muji undated monthly and weekly notebook. I'm not going to show you the weekly sections because I kind of put everything in there, so there's some confidential work stuff. But for the monthly one, I basically just do an overview of key things. I've really been missing like creative journaling lately, so just kind of wanting to get back into it a little bit. And I am recording a voiceover for this one because I did do this first thing this morning while I'm working from home, but from my parents' house, and my two kiddos were playing outside the room very loudly. So doing it this way instead. So as I said, they're undated. So I just go in and write the dates and then start setting things up. This is obviously for September. While I do that, I thought I'd do a couple of updates. First one is I don't think I'm not going to do 30 inks for September. A lot going on at the moment. It's been pretty hard, to be honest. There's a lot happening at work, and it's just going to be too much. Really disappointed because I wasn't able to finish June, and I was really looking forward to September. I love that kind of extra bit of engagement with everyone because this community is awesome, but the thought of starting it is actually making me stressed and anxious, so I just need to put it to the side, and maybe it can actually move it to like more of a self-care thing. Watching other people's 30 inks can just be like a bit of a wind down, at night in bed or whatever, and not stress about trying to get videos or photos or whatever out every day. That's my first update. I am in the midst of all of this, actually starting a new job, still within the same department, but I'm just backfilling. I'm going into a senior role for a little bit. So what I'm about to now, it includes an office change. So I'm just putting in where, like just delineating basically one office to another. I'm going to be in that role at the moment until the third, well, I'm not sure, until mid-October, but I have other applications pending, so I'm not, for the second colour you'll see, I don't do the whole month. I'm just wanting to make a delineation, so I know my first date in the new job is going to be the 6th. I'm excited. I'm still kind of reeling from everything that happened before. I don't know, there's been a lot going on. My workplace can get very political and it's really, really stressful at the moment. Not the work I'm doing, which is ironic because the work I'm doing is very stressful and traumatic, but it's not what's impacting me at the moment. What's impacting me is the workplace. I think I said to someone the other day, I think I made it like 7 years not crying at work once, and then in the last few weeks I've probably cried 7 times, which isn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel great. It's not who I am. So yeah, bit of a ramble. I guess that's also, as well as not doing 30 inks, if I take a little bit longer to reply or anything like that to comments, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I'm just struggling a bit. And I really didn't want to do this update, but I was thinking about a few weeks, maybe 1 or 2 months ago, Maria from Maria Rousseau's, well, not from, she is the same person, entity. I remember when she did a current ink, and you could tell she wasn't okay, but she went through it and she was actually just so honest. And if you actually kind of look into the definitions of like what is to be truly vulnerable, it's actually related quite a bit to being courageous, and her speaking through that video, like, I feel was a real example of that. And over almost a year actually of being a part of this community, people have been so vulnerable and courageous and honest and generous and all these things with me that I was like, well, if I am sounding different in my videos, or if I do, whatever, this is why. And I don't know, this place, being Fountain Pens, and this community honestly does bring me so much joy. I actually feel like it's a form of self-care. It improves my mental health. So I'm trying as best I can to be as honest with you as I can. And I do feel like I've made really nice friends here, some of whom I'll probably never meet. Anyway, what I am just highlighting now is for September we have pelican hubs, which is super exciting. This is going to be my first one, so I'm just making a little um, decoration there. That ink bottle sticker is from Shauna at Serial Nana. I've shouted out her channel again. I've shouted out her channel before. I'll shout it out again because I think she's awesome and I think she's really funny. And she makes these really cool stickers. The ink splat one is another one of hers. I actually don't end up using it in this. I was deciding between the two, and I went with the ink bottle. What other updates do I have? I guess kind of along the lines of channel and content and videos, I am pretty much having to tighten the purse strings at the moment. Cost of living is really, really full on at the moment. I don't know how long ago, but I said at some point, so we have like a splurge account, my wife and I each. It's from like the Barefoot Investor. Before I fell in love with this hobby, that was just like ticking away because I never really bought anything. And then I fell pretty deep into this hobby, and that account really did help me, start a bit of a collection and buy inks and stuff like that. A couple months ago, I sold a bunch of pens and then I bought with that money 3 secondhand. But really, where I'm at now is really have to just rein in everything in general. I'm sure it's the same around the rest of the world, but here in Melbourne, there's my head coming through. Sorry, guys. Here in Melbourne, it's really, really tough, and I'm just being conscious of that. So I have been thinking about still wanting to do swatching videos, and I still will, but you might just see some inks that I have explored before, but I'm going to try and look at them in a different way. So I hopefully that's not too boring for you. I've actually been inspired, like trying to be creative, and I think I've come up with some good ideas. But just so you know, probably for the next little bit, there aren't going to be new inks. I have from the secondhand pens I bought 2 more videos, and then I really can't see any more new pen days coming down the line either. But I will keep trying to make as much fun content for you as I can. If you like this type of journaling video and a bit of an update, definitely let me know because I can try and do one of these a month as well. And on the other hand, if you're like, I don't want to know about your life, I had to pause then because my mum came into the room. But I think what I was saying is, if you are of the opinion like that these videos are boring and you don't want to have a rambly Sara's life, then let me know that also because I would prefer to make stuff that is enjoyed. So maybe I should talk a little bit about the actual journaling I'm doing. I think in terms of creative journaling, I am definitely more on the minimalist side. I watch sometimes reels and videos of people who do the most incredible things, and there's so many layers. I love looking at it. It's just not how I creative journal. I do have a little A6 notebook that I'm just keeping for like little once-off spreads, which I am hoping to spend some more time in as well. But for this type of thing, I want it to be creative but also practical. One super exciting thing that I am doing this month is going up to a country town called Marysville. My parents have a holiday house there. It's so beautiful and just breath of non-city air. So we're going to go there, and the kiddos love it. My parents have a bird feeder, and they can just get all these cockatoos and kookaburras and parrots come through, and it's just beautiful. They can like basically take over the whole outside deck, and the kids absolutely love it. And there's like a little creek down there too, so just as a bit of a reset, we'll go and spend the weekend there. It can get super, super cold, so I have to remember to pack lots. Sorry, I didn't realise my hair was poking through. I washed my hair this morning, that's why it's so frizzy. So that's what that one is. Other things that I'm looking forward to this month for September is we're going to have a Father's Day dinner, sorry. So just putting that in. And I mean, I think the thing I'm excited for the most is Pelican Hubs, to be completely honest. I'm really excited. And I think from what I know, I think 60 people registered for Melbourne. Okay, if I do a journaling video again, I promise I won't keep putting my head in. But 60 people, how cool is that? I don't have any more details yet. I know it's on a Friday night. I think it's going to be in the city. That's pretty central. but I'm super excited. What I'm doing now is I have like some reoccurring things throughout the month. I don't need to write them in, but I'm just kind of highlighting them. So one colored dot will be for one thing and another colored dot for another, just as a quick kind of reference. I can look at it. And the only other thing that I am organising, planning, etc. at the moment is the next Aussie ink swap. So I put a bit of a poll out on Facebook and Instagram about which month would people prefer, October or November. Of course, Facebook chose one and Instagram the other. But I think I have worked out so it can be dates for like the end of October. Last time people were like sending me their emails and details across all these different mediums. I'm going to try and streamline it now, and I have just made like a Google form that hopefully I can put the link in on the Facebook group, put the link in my stories. I can even put it, actually, maybe I should put it in a YouTube video, and you can click on that link and just be able to input everything. So super excited about that. What I'm trying to work out is context. Last time someone reached out to me, 2 different people reached out. One person said, hey, I have so much ink. I don't need any in return. I would just absolutely love to be able to give some to someone else. Separate to that, someone reached out to me and said, hey, I want to be involved, but also my friend who lives down the street just got involved with pens. Am I able to organize a swap for her but keep it as a surprise? And then that person was like, I'm even happy to like send out 2 lots of happy mail so people don't miss out. And what I was able to do is like put those 2 people in touch, and we were able to organize like a surprise Aussie ink swap for someone really new to the hobby, and it was just awesome. So I'm tossing up whether I include like in the form, I use someone with tons of ink and you would love to send out an additional happy mail to someone new to the community, or B, is there someone who you know who's just starting or is thinking about joining the hobby who would love a surprise? I think it could be a great thing to do. I'm just aware that the organisation and logistics of it is going to be really, really tricky. So I need to decide whether I commit or if I actually just let it be a bit more organic like last time. If work wasn't crazy, I think I would commit to the more logistical nightmare one, but I am just not sure if I will be able to make it happen. So do I just keep the original ink swap kind of as is? But I'm really excited to hopefully send that out soon. The other things that I've just popped in is I'm Jewish. There's a few Jewish holidays this year, so they are things that I consider kind of key dates. As I said, I don't put everything in here, but you know, for the different Jewish holidays, I know that I'm going to have a big family dinner that night, so I pop them in. What else have I put in there? Oh, so on the 6th, I start my new role. And then down the bottom, I'm just going to do a little bit of creative journaling as well. I've been talking for 13 minutes and 23 seconds straight. That is a lot of my voice. If you're still hanging around, thank you. I'm thinking in real time now, should I have done this as double speed, but then my voiceover wouldn't be aligned, would it? I know Shauna sometimes will start things and then she'll speed it up and like put music in. That's something I could have done, but I also know I think I'm almost at the end of the video. So I just I just paused and went back and rewatched to see if I could maybe do things in double time or sped up or not, and it's not going to work. So guys, this one is a calm, slow burn video, having a bit of a yarn. I'm in 2 minds. Either I can keep rambling about my life, or I was thinking maybe I could talk through some of the 30 Inks YouTubers to keep an eye out for. Maybe I'll do that. I know Simone is going to join for September. She's chatted about it a bit on her channel that she's definitely joining in. I think this is going to be her first one, so that's definitely one I'd keep an eye out for. Karina Loves to Plan as well, does great ones. I definitely check out not just her YouTube but her Insta. I mean, for June she had these awesome Instagram kind of reels about it too. Serial Nana, as a, probably if you've watched any of my videos, I'm definitely a fan of hers. Amanda from Inksplat is probably also needs no introduction. She's incredible, has such an incredible range of inks as well, and I think her thoughts and opinions on inks I really value because I think she's really, really knowledgeable. I think she said she is going to do September, I'm pretty sure. Maria from Maria Rosso, again, I think she said she's pretty committed to doing it for September. Um, so they are the main ones that I watch. Always super interested in finding different, like new people as well. I've just started, I wonder, does Ginger Peachy Pens do 30 inks? I'm not sure if she does. I've been loving her videos lately. I've been slowly going through the backlog. So, I mean, even if it's not about 30 inks, I would definitely recommend her. I mean, a lot of the channels that I watch, everyone will be like, yeah, doy, I've been watching them for years. But I think they are popular and have a good following for a reason. Jumping back to my calendar here for a second, this is basically almost done. Well, I think it actually is done. As you can see, as I said before, it's not jam-packed. I can definitely add things in as we go along, but I just like it as a simple overview. One thing that I'm just tossing up with here is last month I did include kind of my different videos that were scheduled, and I didn't think about that before kind of putting different washi down. So I think maybe I'd reconsider that for October. But I'm going to end the video here because I basically spend the next 5 minutes going, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? So if you've been here for 16, 17 minutes, you are a champion. I really appreciate it. As I've said many times before, if you can hit like and subscribe, that would be amazing, as it really helps my channel, and I'll speak to you guys again soon. Bye.